if there is something. I even tried to follow it.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Are you guys there?
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
What do you think? Hey,
I have chickens here.
Hello?
Are you guys there?
Hello?
Hello. How are you?
Yes, I'm hearing everybody.
So yeah, welcome, no?
Yeah, welcome.
yeah, welcome. We are here. I was also checking because there has been some technical. We are not thrilled to have you here. We are stupendously happy to have everyone here on our channel, right? We are exploring and sharing experiences in intercultural communication.
yeah,
You can
welcome,
expect
no?
engaging discussion, fascinating
Yeah,
insights, and plenty of fun. Serious fun, like really fun. When we dive into unique ways people from different countries and cultures and countries and lands enjoy themselves. So today's subject es una española en Nederlander y Suomipoika is tech and human nature. But before that, what the hell we were doing last time?
Yeah, how was the last time for you? It was
Hey, I not from there.
besides the technical problems. Talking about
the technical problems were really big time.
Yeah.
Talking
Well,
about
that's what
technical
it is.
issues. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think
Oh dear.
I think in our case the nature and the humans evolve, but not us. we
Yeah, maybe.
we stay the same.
It kept going there, and we just stayed back
We are
here,
kind
man.
of trapped in a dark hole somewhere
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't allow
Well,
us to flow, no?
No, it didn't really
Fucking
flow.
hell.
We're in a
Yeah, but I
dark
think
hole.
all in all, it was really nice, like really interesting, actually. Like the last, even that we have technical problems with the program because we were used to use StreamYard, but now we are managing with OBS. That is a little bit more complex thing because you have to manage a lot of things here, and it's yeah, a little bit crazy. But yeah, we were planning. How was it? We were planning to go at what time it was? It at like 6 or something like this.
yeah.
And we ended coming live at 9 or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
We ended at 10 or something. Yes. Not
Yeah,
well.
that's what it
It
is.
was really terrible, yes.
Yeah, but I have to say that the content was nice. I think it was really interesting.
We're,
And
we're doing we're
yes,
doing that a lot better now. We're only 20 minutes too late.
Yeah, but it's the
No,
same thing. Technical problems,
record.
that has been always like that with us. Yeah,
Yes.
we put approximately
The
time
less
and
you
then
are.
we appear, we are just.
That's really the difficult thing of being in 3 places in Europe: the
Yeah,
north, the
exactly.
middle, and the south.
Exactly. So
At the
Because
same time.
I'm screaming to the north, and then I have to scream to the south. It takes a while.
Nice, we are
but
gonna start soon.
will it
Okay,
not be,
yeah.
you are telling me
Smoke
south
signals.
will not be like north and south? Because north is up, no?
Oh yeah. Oh,
And south is down. Okay. Well, moving on.
yeah.
But
No more
how was
games. Only
how
half
was
hour.
it for you guys, the experience?
Mark.
Yeah, well, it was interesting also to hear about like how things are going in Finland and in Spain, for example, and that you can see um, that we are cooperating all together. It's
Yeah.
like all the different countries are. One is building that part, the other is building that part, and then put it all together, and it also fits. And that's, I think, a really big operation.
Hmm. Yeah.
But
Agree.
I don't know, I just clicked something.
But
Yeah.
that is the future. We have to work together, and then we will fly into space all together. The
Yeah, there is
final frontier.
I think yeah, but take what no, that was a terrace in Cuenca, I think, and not the space flight. But basically, yeah, I think also basically cooperation, the conflict and competition. I don't know. I think cooperation. That I think that's the strong suit of humankind.
Hmm.
That's what I think.
Well, there's that
Yeah.
is.
Well,
We have to say that first we were making like a this speech or this meeting was made before uh, yeah the, the the previous one, and it was
Mm.
a failure because it was a problem with the sound. So today we repeat the thing because only one, I don't know if it was your voices or my voices that didn't come out. So it was like some of the voices, so it was like half there. So it has been erased, and we press the reset button, and we are here again in the quantum world. So yes.
yeah,
So yeah, like today we are
reset.
gonna. It was, the thing is like it was supposed to be like to talk about tech and human nature, and then it was coming like, yeah, Space Chronicles. Yeah, it was like, yeah. Then we go into the subject, no? But now we do it the other way around. So we go backward to the dark hole again.
Back to the future? No,
But
back to the past.
back to the past,
No,
exactly, and
I
we
beg
start.
to differ.
So
Obviously, that was just a rehearsals.
yeah. So here's what we go with. I'm gonna put a little introduction for the people that doesn't have any clue what we are gonna talk today. So feel free to interact with
Well,
us from
here
all
and
Europe, from Asia, from America, from wherever place you are. I will love to hear anything related to what you have in mind. Doesn't matter. Just speak out, and we share stuff together. So I'm gonna put the video what we are gonna go with today, and yeah, see you now.
Tech has been with us nearly forever, from stone tools by Australopithecus 3.3 million years ago to harnessing fire. From the wheel to space rockets, advancements like computer, internet and the AI are among the most remarkable. Social media transforms our communication, while mobile, wearable tech blurs the line between us and our tech. This impacts daily life and beyond, raising serious ethical and philosophical questions. Can we even fathom the consequences for our precious human nature? Join our conversation to dive deep into the topic tech and human nature and explore the future of technology together. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you never miss a moment of Outens Once Upon a Time. See you there.
So that was it.
that was it.
Yeah.
So now you'll know. Bye.
Yes, that's it.
So
Thanks you for coming. And now it's time for a coffee break, and that's what we're doing. Take it
yes,
easy.
this is how we
This
do
is
it.
74. Yeah.
So
How about that?
yeah. So what we
Mm.
should start like we were like
Good start.
yeah to what is technology actually,
Mm-hmm.
What is
no?
Well, that's good
technology?
way to start, Alex.
What is
Uh,
technology, no? What?
to invent something new. Is that technology?
Mm, okay. Well, uh, uh, in here in this, always we make the same. The first part is like we pick a word that is from the subject and we try to guess, not checking for dictionary, but like um, just like trying to come with our own logic to what does it mean the word itself, no? Like what
Mhm.
represent for us, because yeah, of course definitions are there, but interpretations are different for everyone, and this is how we all get confused, which is fantastic, but this is how life works out in the end. So yeah, we try to see with the eyes of a kid what is technology for us and what,
Mm.
like in
Mm-hmm.
this case. So Mark says this. What do you say, Suomipoika?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's been with us, like technology has been with us for a long time. I guess that was kind of mentioned in the intro thing
Yeah,
in the
but what
video
is
also.
what is technology?
What it is? Mm, I don't know. Is it like an extension of us somehow? And I guess it's like sort of like ways to survive. I guess that would be
No, but
the
how would you explain to someone that has never experienced what is technology, or what
technology.
is, yeah, what is that? Do you have to explain to a kid, Mama, Papa, what is technology?
What is
What would
technology? Well, I
tell?
think it's like developing new things, basically, at this simple form. I guess also, and like innovation.
Okay,
I think that's it.
Yeah.
okay, yeah,
I think too.
I
It's
don't
like
know what else to do.
I think it's like to say to a kid. It's like yeah, building new things, discovering new ways to do something in a better form.
I
yeah,
would say it's also like a tool to survive, because I think without it we would have not survived in a
yeah.
sense.
Okay,
Well, a tiger
Well,
also survives,
actually, I
or
didn't
a
stop
cow.
further. Yeah, sorry.
yes.
Yeah,
So
so
what?
basically, yeah. That's exactly the same. But yeah,
Talk at the same
well,
time, both. Eh? It's okay.
Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
Do it,
I,
do
Try
it.
to be
Go
on.
ahead. Yeah. Okay.
Uh, now I forgot what I want to say. Basically, I
Yeah,
guess
what is
it's a
technology?
necessity.
We were on. Yes.
I think it's a necessity in a sense.
Okay. But the definition, I for you.
Go ahead, go for it.
say it, Spain.
No, no. Okay. So I will say what is for me. So I think this is like like techniques that for whatever for to do something that with the time get better, more efficient, and develop, in order, so we kind of like uh, automatize it, maybe for to save time, or for to get more profit out of this, or for to be more efficient. Okay, so this is what I think that is technology, or for to, yeah, because like yeah,
You hear a little
it,
bit less now.
eh?
Yeah,
Your voice went much lower. The volume was much lower from you now. Sorry.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah. With
very
your
much.
Yes.
microphone or something.
Okay, wait a second. I don't
Yep.
know.
Now it's better.
Hello, better
Yes.
now.
Now it's
So
good.
yeah, I think like it's like oh yeah, it's like developing a practice, no, that it has been like there for yeah, it started like with an action, and then it gets better and more efficient, and then you develop tools for to make more efficient this thing, and then I think this is technology. No, I don't know
th-
if
I
I will
think
have to
I
define it
it
with
is
my
something.
own words.
I think also it's just if you look to it, like technology is the curiosity of humankind, of human nature. It's like humans are curious to develop, to find out. It's like you have always that kid, he shouldn't go there, yeah, but he still does, he still wants to, like, men are always stupid also, it's like that, they always want to put the finger into it, you know. You don't know why, but I need to do that, to test, it's the curiosity. And that's I think that is the whole basic of technology, and that must be always something new. So if you start like back in the day, like with stone tools, and you'd like, hey, that goes way quicker, and then at these modern days we go into space flight, but still we are curious to learn more, to do more. It's the human nature of curiosity.
Maybe there's something to that. In that sense, it would be like, I wonder what happens if I do this, and then like maybe
Yeah.
also like, hey, what if I eat those berries, or like, what if I like put these things here, then it's gonna start doing this, and maybe it's that. It could be like that also, at least partly.
Yeah, who knows? The
Very
person
possible.
who find out fire, for example, maybe two people have died doing the same thing, but they just did it, and that one person was the person who did it right, and then, oh, I have fire, I have fire. It's just the curiosity.
Uh-huh.
All the humans are curious. Put a human somewhere, and for a week or whatever, and he or she will start, with curiosity, start testing things, doing things, whatever.
Not all the humans are curious. Of course, that will be like the normal nature, but arrive a moment that there is people that are like furniture, really. Like they do like, yeah.
No, no, that are those modern day people.
Yes,
They
yes,
have
but yeah,
they are made slaves, like brain slaves in a modern society, thanks with politics and all that kind of thing. But they
Yeah.
are like brain dead. It's like, oh.
yeah, like
But that's a
zombie.
good point about the curiosity that other cat curiosity killed the cat is the same. So they are really curious creatures. So in a sense that doesn't quite like, if you think that, then well it says that the chimpanzees or stuff are like in a stone age at the moment,
Hmm.
that they don't, like we have discussed before or something like that. But yeah, that actually then that is not just the curiosity. I was thinking maybe it's part of it, but like you said, animals have it also, but they don't have tech that much. They have maybe sticks, and the birds even use some kind of tools, I think. But how elaborate the human beings have got it, the tech is like, uh, we are trying to create artificial life and artificial intelligence and stuff. So that's kind of out there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but that's like evolution. I
Mm.
guess it's like you start, like we are already hundreds of thousands of years with it, with technology. But
Mm.
only in the last 100 years, you told the other time, I think, only the last 100 years, the technology been booming. It's like it goes
Mm.
faster, faster, faster.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I think it's more like
Depends on what, no? Because there are some theories that they say, like, for example, that there has been technology from the ancient times and then we lost it. Hmm? Like, for
yeah, that's
example,
also
like with the
huge
pyramids or how
question.
they have built the stuff, there are thousands.
Yeah, they are hinting that it was done with sound somehow, for example, with some cones and stuff. And that is kind of interesting stuff as well. But I think
Yeah,
it
how they
depends
were
what it
moving the stones, no? There, if they were
yeah,
using water systems or what they were using. So
there has been they
yes.
have been suggested that there was electricity used, that they would have found like batteries made up with, well, like chemical batteries that you could use, and they show this kind of like things that look like light bulbs, and somebody said they are big
Mhm.
penises, but they look like light bulbs for me as well. So that claim that kind of stuff would have been as well. But yeah, if you think about the tech, depends how you consider what it is. But I think, was it not on the video that this Australian Pithecus was making like the tools over like few million years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With the stones. With
So
the stones.
the
stone
technique
tools.
is not nearly as ancient as we are. So it's been with us basically
Yeah,
all the time. So
at the beginning was quite like rudimentary, you know, and then they were like, I think like with the Homo erectus, it was like more sophisticated. So they were made like more elaborate like tools. And then of course the manage of the fire. So it came then the invention of the wheel and so on. Then, you know, all these kind of things
yeah,
that makes like catapult the humans, you know, to a next level. But
yes,
I would say that also like it's like for example, like in medicine, no, or whatever the plants, you know, like the usage of the plants from the environment. And you know, there is people that think that we have been like using like mistake for certain, you know, like trying here and there. But I think like if there is some records, if I am not remember incorrect, that that actually it is like our ancestors were like trying herbs and herbs and herbs for like for to cure the populations, no, that the clans that they were living together and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's also some kind of technology.
Yeah, I think also a lot of technology is driven by war. That's also a human nature thing. You know, war is
Do
the
you remember?
the big drive behind a lot of technologies.
You remember the other day that we were talking about like yeah, the satellites, and we were talking about the iris, you know, the thing that goes into the, yeah, it's the same, the next it's like Starlink, but for Europe they were iris 2, you know. So it was going to put yeah, all the military communications and everything, it was going to put us like independent from the rest of the, yeah, from America, from Russia, from whatever, you know. So from that way we don't depend on anyone. And funny enough, like this week happened what happened, and there was like the America shut down, if I understood correctly. They were like taking off the help for Ukraine in this, with the yeah, that they are not giving like more support for them, or they were going not to give more support. And then there is like I saw like there is like this company of yeah, it was like a for satellite thing that was going to like take over or help in the communications and, you know, in the coverture for the, yeah, for the war thing. So yeah, it was not the iris, but it was like, so I think like this satellite is already in the orbit. I have to check for it, and that it's gonna be also like part later from the iris project, you know. So yeah, it just came to my mind this. I just want to make the point. But I have to search for it more accurate, because I think that I am saying something that is maybe with pincers here.
If I'm right, I've read a French company is now selected to put you know to
What?
have internet in Europe. You know that Europe, a French company. I don't know the name, but I've read it. It was in the news last week.
Mm-hmm.
And there they're gonna put the European form of yeah, Skynet, no, SpaceLink.
Let's
You know?
see. Uh,
No, that's the thing. And yeah, what's all gonna happen with Ukraine and stuff? I have no idea. You know what they are
independent
all
from.
doing.
Let me check this, because I was checking
That's,
this. I saw this the other day. Yeah, it's OneWeb. It's called.
OneWeb.
Yeah.
Well, I hope they make it also
Yeah.
a little
It's
bit
the
cheaper.
French. Yes, it's French. So a French satellite operator and owner. ¿Cómo? No.
Yeah.
Eutelsat, a French satellite operator and owner of Starlink competitor OneWeb, is stepping Eutelsat is stepping up to provide satellite connectivity for Ukraine. This move comes amid concern about the reliability of Starlink services in the region. Eutelsat is working with European governments and institutions to expand its satellite services, offering a dual constellation approach that combines OneWeb's low Earth orbit satellites with geostationary satellites. This setup aims to support Ukraine's military and critical infrastructure. So, yeah.
It's for Ukraine or something,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
is it for all of Europe?
I think it's also for communications, for governments and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but not for us people.
Let me see. The company has proposed deploying up to 40,000 terminals to replace Starlink services. Through this will require financial and logistical support from European governments. Eutelsat's efforts highlight the strategic importance of secure and independent satellite communications for Ukraine during the ongoing conflict. Wait, is it also?
No. If I heard in first thing, it's for the governments and for Ukraine. I heard. Damn, I forgot the name, but one guy was telling. I find it a really interesting thing, and he said Europe and NATO are two different things, and
Yes,
we
of course.
but they all are thinking like if Europe is expanding, NATO should expand also, and that's not the case. And we are not NATO because NATO is not our thing. We are Europe, and we should be Europe.
Yeah, but there is one thing is like about like defense stuff, and there is another thing as Europe, like the identity of Europe. There is many countries that are from Europe that are in NATO. So the plan
But
here
I
is
think
like to make like a independent. How do you say? What they are thinking is like to make a like independent.
military.
Yeah, for to protect Europe, independent from NATO. But I think they are not going to allow this to happen. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's. I think I really think as Europeans we should gather together as Europeans and stand as a united Europe in this world, and we should get out of NATO. NATO is a game of America. America is already pulling back, so leave them alone. You just go away. We create our own. Here, Finland is also back.
The game here in the end, well, we are deviating from the track today, but well, this is something related also. But I think that the game here is like we are gonna end because the point in here is like they are asking to the Europeans to pay more for NATO, basically to put more in weapons. And in the end, what we are paying is to the lobbyists, to the American lobbyists. You know what I mean? For weapons. So basically, what we are making is clean business for America. And yeah, that's the reality that we have to know there. And I am afraid that they are gonna get the money or from one way or in another, but the taxpayers has to financial all these private companies that are machines for killing people, so I yeah, that they sell you first that is good for your defense, but the point is like no one is choosing or choosing it because it's not the people is not democratically choosing to kill someone. If someone just taking the decision, and then we are just transferring our money to military complex, like for paying for weapons. I don't know how to explain this, but I understand myself.
Well, I will tell you also what somebody smart said on the interview, the ultimate truth of everything. It's like basically that government is there to put private money or the common money to private hands. The tax money to
Yes,
the private hands. This is the
exactly,
government's function. That's it.
exactly. Yeah.
I have the monolith there. But yeah, but maybe let's go. Should we go more with the
Yeah,
tech?
we got with tech and
Yes,
human
no.
nature, but this is a human nature, by the way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
human nature because the
but every
powers. This is what
It's
they
also
do
technology.
in the end with technology. Yes,
It is
yeah,
also
yeah,
technology.
there is that. There is that.
Government is an invention. Taxes
Mhm.
are an invention. It's all an invention. Someone on the road thought, hey, let's make a tax system so we can control everybody, or to
I
control the
know.
money flows or things like that. And with most technology, same like with time and stuff like that. It's invented also money. It's also invented for a good reason,
Mhm.
but then in the end it's used badly again. Like
Because there is like the dark, the light and the shadow, no, of the human, and then there is like the people that gets greedy, and then I care about the others, zero or minus, So this is our human nature, and this is what happened. Or many times, like like even I think like some people that are managing in the power, they are using like other people as puppets. That they are not even conscious about what they are doing. Maybe these are like theory, like conspiranoias, but it seems to be it seems that it's like this in many cases. But
mhm, I think too.
because
No,
I don't think, like sometimes I think like how is that possible, that this person can be so in front of us gaslighting, that cannot be so good actors. Sometimes I think that they don't know what is going on in the back.
no, a lot of people don't know, and I think it's too big so you can't know.
Hey, by the way, where am I? I should be there. Why am I not there? I am here. So, hey, interesting fact just for this to say is like when you said about this, because I remember I was listening to this guy called Neil Oliver. Well, he's kind of nice stuff. Some stuff I don't agree, and sometimes some things I do. I like his voice, and he's like a historian guy also, and it's really pleasant. Yes, like kind of like mix this kind of like counterculture, like independent media, government may not have your best interest in heart. What he said also, I guess, was that like that it took him that he was like 50 or something when he realized that if he stops making excuses for the powers to be, everything makes sense. That he's been thinking like, it's they've tried to think my best interest, and then he starts to think like, okay, I will not make any excuses. And then it starts to be like, oh dear, that they might not be doing this. But one thing that I want to say about the control fast, uh, because I heard it on his YouTube channel, was that it was 1085 in the British Isles. There was William the Conqueror 1085 commissioned like a survey, which was called the Domesday Book. So the idea was like the goal was to determine the resources, the wealth of the kingdom, including land, livestock, and taxes. And this allowed the king to understand his domain economical potential and better administrate taxation. So that has been probably most like a first in European level, like one of the first ones to make kind of this bureaucracy start working and this administration. So to keep controlling people, so he would know all the shit that basically he considers is his. So that will have led to this that they make a census, to count the people and all that. I think that has been one of the first attempts to like in a way make sense for the king. Like this is mine, and I want to know how much I have actually if I go to war or whatever. So how much I can count on what I can buy. Okay, but that was just one detail I want to say.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
Yeah,
that's
it
kind of
makes
a long
sense.
time
It's
ago.
like if you're a farmer, you want to know how much your livestock you have and how your livestock is doing and what it profits or how it functions, So yeah, it makes sense, If you have a factory, you also want to know, how many products do you build and stuff, so you have control, so you can make it run in a good way. I think there is maybe the problem that we have some people at some positions who don't make things to go work properly, It's like that.
Okay, but coming back to the subject, and like if we now from the dictionary, and let's see how good we were or accurate about the definition of technology, is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry. It encompasses a broad range of tools, machines, systems, and techniques used to solve problems, achieve goals, and improve human life. Technology can be as simple as a stone tool used by early humans, or as complex as modern computers and the internet. So, was there technology in the era of hominids, guys?
Yeah.
Yes, no? So during the era of the hominids, there was technology, although it was very primitive compared to today's technology. The earliest hominids, such as the Homo habilis and Homo erectus, developed stone tools around 2.5 million years ago. And these tools were used for hunting, cutting food, and making other necessary objects for survival. Then the technology of the hominids era include, like I say, stone tools. Hominids made the stone tools with sharp edges for cutting and scraping. Use of fire. The control of fire was a crucial advancement that allowed cooking food, providing warmth and protection from predators. Shelters also, like the way, like building structures, they build rudimentary shelters using natural materials such as branches and leaves. If you compare them back then till now, that's the developing, of it. And then hunting and gathering, they develop hunting and gathering techniques to obtain food. And these basic technologies were fundamental for the survival and development of the earliest hominids and laid the groundwork for future technology progress. Yes.
Yeah, I guess they just didn't evolve so fast. At least seems like it didn't. That maybe it took like 100,000 years. We kept doing things certain way, and then you decided like, holy shit, we can
So
do
how
it
was
this way
it?
too.
But how were the hominids then in Finland then?
How were the hominids in Finland?
Yeah.
Well, they're still here.
or in the Netherlands, no? They were. How was it there?
I think.
Do you have any story about? There was
How
someone
was
there,
it
by the
here?
way.
Like it was as dark and cold as it's nowadays. Nothing has really changed. We have just smartphones. Otherwise,
did
it's
you
totally
even have
same.
was there even people in your lands?
No. I think
what
earliest signs here.
If you think like you come from Spain, everything is there. Hello, we have humans a long time back also in Holland, Finland, I don't know, it's like up there.
No, because well, the first our ancestors, no, they say that we come from Africa, and then they move, up.
The first human findings in Holland are found in Limburg, that's the southern province, and they date so about 300,000 years back.
Okay.
So it's not like in the millions, but yeah, well, and that are the first the first findings where they think that people were in Holland like 300,000 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. Well, here, if I will note from that, is like basically the earliest evidence is 9,000 years ago. And the point is like there was like an ice age 12,000 years ago, and that would have basically destroyed any kind of evidence of anything before it. So that's also the stuff, because the ice has been here like, I don't know, 2 kilometers thick or some shit like that. Like really. So basically it has scraped everything clean, I think. It has shaped the rock, which is kind of ancient, that's what we have here and all that. So at earliest are like 9,000 years ago, hunter-gatherers in area what was nowadays called Finland. So that would be the earliest.
Yeah, I think too.
Of hunter-gatherers.
I think too. The Ice Age was really a big wall for humans to settle, and it also destroyed a lot of evidence of times before.
I am searching here, and it says in the region of the present-day Holland, evidence of early hominids has been found, particularly linked to the Netherlands, Homo neanderthalis. These early humans inhabited parts of Europe, including the Netherlands, during the Middle Paleolithic period, roughly 200,000 to 40,000 years ago. Archaeological findings such as stone tools and remains suggest that Neanderthals adapted to the colder climates and utilize the natural resources for the region for survival.
Yeah, they find a skull of a Neanderthaler in the North Sea in Holland.
All right. Yeah. So do you see, because it was like escalated, like this. So it was not.
Yeah. It's like Homo sapiens came 40,000 years back or so in Holland. So about,
So it
says, and they took over the Neanderthal, or some people say they took over, some people say they emerged together.
Yeah, it says here Homo sapiens later migrated into the area, bringing more advanced tools and techniques. And then the Netherlands rich archaeological sites provide us a glimpse into the lives of these early inhabitants and their interaction with the environment. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the case. And one thing that people what we have been taught, in a sense, at least, is claimed that it somehow the idea, I think I had also, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. And somebody, if you're listening, please correct if you know better, or if you feel like you know better. Basically, the idea seems to be like, like there was the Neanderthals, then came the Homo sapiens and stuff like this, like the next stage. But that's not exactly the case, if I understood. The point has been that they have been different humankind, species, living at the same time. And certain things are like partly what the Homo sapiens did. They basically partly did this to the other guys because they were smarter, probably. And partly they did this. Meaning that they were like mixing with the Neanderthals. We can say in our genes there are some stuff on the Neanderthals still. And maybe more somewhere else than somewhere else, but that exists in us. So we have basically had sex with them and we fucking killed them. Like that's the stuff. So it's exact. That's the point, because it's funny that it's clear. Like first they were, then they disappeared, and then we came. No, they were here. We bloody killed them with them, and then we came together with them, and then they got lost in the way. Isn't it brutal also?
Yeah,
it's that this is the case.
Isn't it so? Like the Neanderthals were bigger and stronger than Homo sapiens. So if you can't kill them, just breed them out.
Yeah. And you can, I guess humans are strange, but they were still compatible enough to have some kind of babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we just breed them out. Yeah. So.
Human nature.
Yeah. So I think that has been probably like complicated situation, and I think it's also been that, well, also the humans don't always seem to be like really like, oh, how nice, that's so different, I'm gonna be friends with that. No, it's gonna be, oh my god, this is different, I'm gonna.
What happened?
And they're like a wrestling move. So yeah. So I think I've been reading some of it, making some research about it, that would have been the case. It's just interesting how the thought pattern goes, that it's like this one and this, and I think there's also missing parts of the inheritance that we don't know who was somewhere. And there could have been actually maybe even more than just two. species of human beings on
There
planet
were
at the same time.
There were 7, I heard once.
Yeah, but at the same time.
Yeah, but they found in China also. They find also, and there was a new species. They were really like hobbits. They were really small.
Yes.
So
okay, that's cool. Then next business of everything. I
so
guess.
let me check.
Or no?
Seven.
There's some Denisova human also, like something like this was one of the creatures. But yeah, I think that process of the human nature, like I said, we do funny things with other creatures.
Yeah, we really do, and we really have to be scared for it, because if aliens come and aliens are like us humans, well,
Yeah.
we should be scared.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
they are not so.
So during the prehistoric era in Spain, hominids such as Homo ancestors and Neanderthals inhabited the region. And these early humans developed primitive technologies that were essential for their survival. So there are we navigate into the Spanish ones. So yeah, like I was telling, like we have like stone tools. So early hominids in Spain created stone tools for cutting, scraping, and hunting, and these tools were made by chipping away the rocks to create sharp edges, like we were telling. Fire, their control of use of the fire, okay, yeah, that they were putting like hot the house and cook the food and stuff. And they were using like branches and to protect the, also like they were not only for to protect the people, you know, in the houses, but also like for to protect animals, or to protect from the animals and themselves. And what more was there? Techniques for hunting animals and gathering edible plants were developed, allowing early humans to sustain themselves. And these technologies were fundamental for the survival, yes, in Spain. So, yeah. What about in your place? You have something else to say? Exactly how went down, what they were using?
No, that basically, like I said here, like the earliest signs are only 9,000 years ago. It's like the Christianity came 1,000 years later here, you know, like we just are good with the communication digitally, but otherwise this, you know, things don't come up here so soon in general. A little bit in the north, a little bit inside. Most of the time of the age of the humankind, probably nobody knew that we were here. So it's kind of calm, and that could also explain the culture a little bit, because we were, everybody left us alone. We didn't really interact that well. We did at some point, but anyway. But yeah, the 9,000 years here basically would be the case in the area of Finland about this, and basically there was probably
I didn't get it with you, but I didn't hear one. What was the first time people were seen in Spain? How many years back?
7.
You mean like when was the
first evidence of human presence in Spain? Because we also had it on the other day. It's like you can really see how it went, like with religion, like with Christianity we talked about. You can really see how it comes from the bottom and it flows up, you know.
1.2 to 1.3 million years ago, fossils and tools attributed to early hominids as the Homo ancestor have been discovered at sites like Atapuerca in the north of Spain. So quite much before. These findings make these findings make
there you can see. It's like, it's really interesting. It's like 1 million years ago it's in Spain, 300,000 years ago it's in Holland, and then 9,000 years ago it's in Finland. And the same thing happened with religion, with the spread of Christianity. It's
and
like,
now comes the Nordic giving us lessons on how we have to survive in the earth. What?
Yes. Now they're gonna tell us.
The Nordic people tell the South people how we have to survive in the air.
I don't know. That sounds a little bit like.
Nice.
That sounds like what is this? Insecurity on my view.
I have to say something. Here, an Iberian has to say something. Wait a second. For the audience that are looking here, now it calls my name from Iberia. Yes.
From Iberia.
From Iberia with love. I came all the way.
I walked all the way from Iberia to Northern Europe just to tell you, subscribe! Joder, you only have to press a button.
You only have to press a button. There's not much to do. Welcome to the technology. Okay, so yeah, that's long time ago. But like I was telling, the first it was like coming from Africa, no, the whole thing, and then escalated to the Africa.
Escalated,
this is what I understood.
yes, that's the right word.
You know, like they climb to the north. Well, actually, for to go, you know, at least if you go from the Iberian Peninsula, you have to pass the Pyrenees, and there you have to climb up. If it's not literally in the map, you know, like you're moving in like two-dimensional thing, but if three-dimensional, you have to pass the Pyrenees and then go to the north. That is quite heavy.
There must have been a few from those people who were like always curious, you know, what's behind those mountains, you know? I want to go there. And they went there and it's like, oh, finally I have my peace. You know, all those nagging humans up there, I'm sick of it. Here are no humans. Now I'm going to live here. And then they lived in France, you know, and that happened all the time. And then in the end, they came in Finland. That's why in Finland, everything is quiet. They don't talk as much. All the quiet people live in the north, you know, it's like that. Mm-hmm. And like in Spain, all the busy people live, you know, and we Dutch are like in between, you know, we are like chill, you know.
Yeah, yes. But it's true. I mean, like there is like, you can see in the geographics, of course, like influence the people and also the weather and many other things, no?
And by the way, we didn't really have a chance here because like I was saying, before the ice age, most of the Northern Europe and, you know, some of the Baltic, some of the British Isles, they were under huge, massive sheets of ice. So there was nobody here because you couldn't be here. Basically, maybe there was some random hackers ice skating, but that's pretty much it.
There, I have a dilemma always. I think does the Nordic people have a lot of sex or no sex at all? Because I guess, like, if it's cold, you want to be like together, no?
They have sauna. They don't need to have sex. Sex you get tired of. You know?
Maybe they have sex in sauna.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I
am talking. Forget about the sauna. I am talking about like just for the instinct to get warm. You have to gather more together, no? That you know, because it's like a human heat, you know. So I don't know if it has something to do with it, like because, for example, I didn't hear that like Nordic people is like actually like really famous for having sex. There, it's more like the people from the south is more like they have more like this. No fame.
You mean reputation?
I don't think so. I think maybe the people from the south talk about it more because they just talk more. But I don't think that the people in the south have more sex than the people in the north. No, I rather think it's more the other way around.
Yeah, well, in the end, like you just said, you could think about it in a way. You have +40. Who the fuck can in that weather? You know what I mean?
In the other hand,
here you have to because you're gonna die otherwise because you're gonna get frozen, and you know what?
But in the other, but this is what I think.
That's part of the human nature, no?
Yeah, but in the other hand, you can also think about like, maybe because we have sun and all this, we are more active, you know. And in the north, the people is like more fish, like in that sense already.
Yeah, we are breaking up.
Sorry, guys. I'm more like.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Well, there is the stuff
Your
that
sound was gone, so we didn't hear.
I don't
It's
know
just
what
a
you
joke.
said.
I
You
love
maybe
Nordic
said something
people.
really harsh. But yeah, here of course, so, a lot of the time it's dark and so cold that you just try to survive, like personally, and then
Yep,
with your maybe immediate people that you are accustomed to and loving.
Because it has to do with like lacking energy or having energy, no? Because it's like requires extra, and to be, like
huggers every few meters. Basically, it could be like there's one neighbor and well, meters. Basically, it could be like there's one neighbor and well, the neighbor is really ugly and and old, and then the next one is 10 kilometers. So if and old, and then the next one is 10 kilometers. So if you want to get laid, you have to go all the way there, skate, doing the bloody like we were talking about the ice skating, that you're gonna have to ice skate on these and you have to fight the wolves, and then you're like totally done there, and I don't know. But yeah, it's a sparsely populated area, so
it's also
has its own challenges, and then has to come there also the stuff about the that you should have sex with someone who is not your family member, so you have to like kind of go kind of far that it's safe. I guess in that sense.
I don't know what it has to do with this with technology stuff, but it's human nature. With technology stuff, but it's human nature. Yes,
no, this is
human
more about
nature.
human nature. Yes. Okay, but hey, maybe then let's go forward. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
All right.
So there I have like a historical overview from the first minutes of the current era of technology development in Spain. So if you guys want to hear about it. So prehistoric. The first hominids arrived in the territory of present day in Spain about 1.2 million years ago, like I was telling. Among them were Homo antecessors and Neanderthals, Homo neanderthalensis. Around 35,000 years ago, modern humans, Homo sapiens, o sea, hello, entered the Iberian Peninsula.
Picture is frozen.
The Iberian Peninsula. No? Yes? What? Picture is frozen?
No, it's okay.
Which one?
Yeah,
yours?
It was your
okay.
pic, but
mine?
yours.
Okay. Ancient age.
Sound is okay though. Yeah,
During the Ancient Age, the Iberian Peninsula was inhabited by various peoples such as the Iberians, the Celts, the Phoenicians, the Carthaginians, and the Greeks. Around 200 before Christ, the peninsula began to form part of the Roman Republic, becoming the Roman Hispania. Middle Ages. After the fall of the European Empire, the Visigoth Kingdom was established in the 5th century. In 711, the Muslims conquered much of the peninsula, establishing the Kingdom of Al-Andalus. For the next 750 years, Al-Andalus experienced a multicultural, scientific, and artistic flourishing. The Reconquista initiated in 722, culminated in 1492 with the conquest of Granada. Moderate, yes. In 19, I am going a little bit for the historic about Spain, because then you understand also how the history has to do with the evolving of technology, also how it happened. In 1492, the Catholic monarchs financed Christopher Columbus' voyages. They were like, yeah. Now, do you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
No, because I was telling like nowadays the Napoleon thing is again in fashion, because of course like what we have here from Francisco Franco's dictatorship. And after Franco's death in 1975, Spain transitioned to democracy. The current era in technology development. In recent decades, Spain has experienced remarkable technological development, the adoption of new the adoption of new technology has driven sectors such as telecommunications. Where are you? Yes. Biotechnology and renewable energy. Spain is known for its innovation in clean energy, especially in the solar and wind energy that you can see. If you go driving in Spain, you can see like solar panels in like not tomorrow, you know, in the lands, in the open lands. So why I was telling you all this, because how was the to now place our inventions that we have in Spain. It was that then in the ancient and Middle Ages, we, for example, make the astrolabe. Do you know what, guys? Do you know what is this? Is a tool for navigating. Okay, so it's like in the 11th century, Toledo became a center for astrolabe manufacturing, and it were instruments used of navigation, you know, for astronomy. Yes. Then the windmills during the Middle Ages. Windmills were used in Castilla-La Mancha to grind grain and pump water. In the modern age, we have the printing press. In the 15th century, the printing press arrived in Spain, allowing for the spread of books and knowledge. Then why the 1492, you know, like galleons, you know, Spanish galleons were advanced ships that played a crucial role in trade and exploration during the Spanish Empire. So there's like when we went to America, blah, blah, blah. So there was like, so technology, you see, it's a companion there, like what the Dutch guy was telling, that, you know, like, I want to explore. Okay, so if I want to do this, I have to create something that allows me to do this. So there it comes. The technology. Railway in the 19th century. In 1848, the first railway in Spain was inaugurated, connecting Barcelona and Mataró. Telegraph. The introduction of the telegraph in the 19th century allowed for faster communication across the country. In the 20th century, the cars, the Spanish automobile industry began to develop in the 20th century with the brands like Seat, that then later has been absorbed from Volkswagen. I think they bought it. And then television. In 1956, the first television broadcasts were made in Spain. And computing. In the second half of the 20th century, Spain began to develop its computing industry with pioneers like Jose Garcia Santos Mases. And then in the current era, we have renewable energy. Spain is a leader in solar and wind power. Telecommunications. The adoption of advanced telecommunication technology has boosted connectivity and digital development in the country. We were talking about that they have a station also. Remember the other day, like they have like a space station in Robledo de Chabela, also in Spain. Biotechnology. Spain has made advances in biotechnology with research and developments in areas such as medicine and agriculture. Then I have like remarkable inventions like submarine. Isaac Peral, a Spanish engineer, invented the first fully functional military submarine in the 19th century, that we were having a kind of discussion the other day with the Dutchman. A Nederlander, about
because
what was it, because there were some kind of like
first.
In the Netherlands there were like some kind of like designs about it, but it was not fully functional, right?
Yeah, it was created for the English Navy, but it was thanks to Dutch guy.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name anymore. I had it the other day. I had it all, but now I don't have it.
Okay. Then we have a space suite. Emilio Herrera, a Spanish engineer, designed a pressurized space suite in the 1930s which later influenced the design of modern space. Yeah, the same things. Then gyroplane. Juan de la Cierva, a Spanish engineer, invented the autogyro or gyroplane in the early 20th century, which was the precursor of the modern helicopter. Then the syringes, the disposable syringes. Manuel Jalón invented jalón.
Hello?
Jalón.
No,
Jalón,
jamón,
jalón.
Jalón. No jamón.
Jalón.
Jamón no, que está muy bueno
no,
también.
jamón,
Jalón.
no. Jamón, no.
Jalón.
Hey, can I comment on the submarine thing?
Yes,
Please.
Go ahead,
Okay.
please.
Yes, if I don't, it says like, because I had this idea that basically Leonardo da Vinci did make a sketch of a primitive submarine. It was like many of his explorations he did for all sorts. I think also like some kind of helicopter thing and some kind of flying machine. But it said that Da Vinci was reportedly hesitant to develop it further, the submarine, because he feared it could be misused in warfare.
Okay.
So there was never built. So basically,
It's
he was
always
doing this.
warfare.
I am laughing because I didn't see your picture. Mark, you're really integrated there.
Yeah. So
With your
I don't
concept.
fall off.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Good data.
Uh-huh.
What do you
Okay,
have?
continue.
Yes? No, that is
Okay.
Manuel Jalón, que no jamón, que está muy
Jalón.
bueno. Jalón.
No, jamón.
That was a Spanish engineer, invented the disposable syringe, which has had a significant impact of medical practices.
Yeah.
Well, not a joke if it will be like something that has influence in the Spanish medicine, because our medicine in Spain, the doctors and everything is like chupi. They are really good. Yes, they are fantastic. Chupi.
Okay.
So I think the
Okay,
best
well,
from Europe, I must say. Sorry. Sorry for the rest, but they
yeah,
are
I think
quality
if you check the
human.
World
They are
Health
super.
Organization, you were in the world in the place 3. I think France was in front of you.
Yeah, well, France,
In
they
the
have
health
like also
care.
like good health system, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Okay. Should I go next one?
last thing, classical guitar. Antonio Torres Jurado, a Spanish luthier, is credited with developing the modern classical guitar in the 19th century, and now you can take the tables.
It's really like when it goes, you can see that. So do you want to go, Mark, first, or should I?
Well, we had a whole story of Spain. It's really like, well, I think a lot of things are a bit the same in Holland and stuff, like with the coming of television and stuff like that. So I think practically it's everywhere a little bit the same. So, but you go first, Finland.
Okay, we go. So basically here, let's put it like more recent things. It's difficult to find written records here before the Middle Ages, and historians know little about the life in Finland before the Middle Ages, because there's not really like written anything about the early times. But basically, what is something that is not like maybe not invented, but Western sauna. The Finnish sauna is an ancient tradition that dates back thousands of years. While not a technological invention in the modern sense, the sauna has been profound impact in Finnish culture and well-being. The design and construction of saunas have evolved over time, incorporating various innovations and enhance of experience. But they say the first saunas date to 7,000 years BC, so it's basically we were first 2,000 years without saunas, then came the saunas. So basically, and there has been some kind of like sauna structures using stone-lined walls been discovered that are over 2,000 years old. So that's one thing. And then there is it was an Italian guy made some research that there has been in University of Milan. You can then probably find it through that page and Wikipedia and all that. That ice skates would have been made of animal bones. This was an important for Finnish populations to save energy in harsh winter conditions when hunting in Finnish lakeland. We have 187,888 lakes. So I think we can that's kind of something we have a lot. So we have a lot of water. which also in the future might be a problematic because we're a small nation. If the water goes bad, then people's gonna know where is the water. That was because of basically because the ice melted and it threw away like a withdrawal from here, so it left behind this. So basically, the people would have to go around the lake, or then they take skates and they went forward. And metal blades was found like 200 years AD with strip of copper and with the letter shoe. So that's something like that was kind of, which is claimed and has some evidence that it's been like earlier here. Other than that, then we have basically like older stuff. I had little bit make some research about it, so we can go like 13th to 15th century. There's adaptation of iron tools, improved agriculture and everyday life. 14th century, construction of stone churches and castles like Turku Castle, and then that's like architectural stuff. 15th century, development of wooden shipbuilding techniques that strengthen trade and travel. I think before that was also like some of the Viking business. 16th and 18th century, innovation of water-powered mills, revolutionized food production, and establishment of Finland's first printing press in Turku, 1642. What was the Spanish first printing press?
It was let me no.
Just a comparison. It's interesting to see.
Printing press. I have it here. I went to the prehistoric. Wait a second. Printing press in the 15th century.
Okay, so it's basically 100 years, 150 years before maybe.
Yeah.
Is there a year? Is there any
I can
like
find
year?
out.
Yeah, okay, check it. I will tell more and you can tell this if you... Then again, in 18th century, advancements in the shipbuilding during the Age of Enlightenment. 19th century, sawmill technology advanced, 1810s, and which created a base for the forest industry. I was also reading about that, how there has been like things that, like you said, that this earlier technical advances have led to this, that we eventually have here people who could build the phones, you know, the Nokia stuff and all this text messages business. 1850s development of railways, boosting transportation and trade. Universities like 19th century, 1870s, so that's not exactly very new, or really old. And then 20th century, rise of hydropower plants contributing to Finland's renewable energy framework. We are, I think, pretty good with the water energy business. 1930s, Nokia founded earlier began focusing rubber and cables before telecommunication area. 70s, we had first commercial heart rate monitor, and 90s, 80s, global telecommunications leader of this Nokia. Finnish gaming industry boomed on 2000s, 2010s. Something to do with AI. Well, I don't know. 3 elements of AI courses introduced. Educate citizens. Blah, 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 blah. So there's something like that. And then basically, let's see. I had also here something that I want to say. 2023, basically, Finland was put in. Yeah. Okay, tell me.
So it was the printing press was introduced in Spain in the 1472. It was
1472.
First, in the city of Segovia by Johannes Parix of Heidelberg, just a few decades after Johannes Gutenberg's invention of the movable type printing press in Germany.
Yeah. Okay, so it's much earlier because 1642 here. So here you can see. You can see. They explain things maybe.
Yes.
But hey, I wanted to say also, like, spending on research 2023. It's not the exact number, but mostly goes to research of technology. It's like Finland's GDP has been 300 billion. Research funding was 3.11%. So that would have been 9.31 billion. Then Spain has been 2023. I think that means that it's 1.58 trillion the GDP, which means it's 5 times more, I think. And the research funding was 1.49, and that's 23.54 billion. And then Netherlands would 1.02 trillion the GDP, funding 2.3. So basically that would mean 23.46 billion, so like just a tiny bit less than Spain. And 2004, Finland had 3.5%, Spain had 1%, and Netherlands have 1.8. So somehow, as a small country, we don't make so much the money, but we've been putting a lot to research and development of technology, and that has shown maybe in some cases.
But this data doesn't reflect the really like the advance of its population, because that the money that you put for investment, of course, like it should be like it will be, like it brings more development, but it's not always like this. You can put a lot of money and then people be like fucking shit researchers, you know what I mean? So the point is like that you put more money doesn't guarantee that you have better things. Or I just wanted to make.
I don't know if there's maybe there's some kind of insecurity with the matter in that sense, because but anyway, that was seen to be some. Of course, it doesn't guarantee that. Obviously, it doesn't guarantee that. Of course.
Yeah, but I mean, like people, maybe they make like wrong associations. Yeah.
I do think it makes a difference if you like Finland is putting in a lot of money from their national product into science and technologies. So I think that is a positive thing.
It's a positive.
Yeah, I think it does matter. I think it does matter. Really like pro country. Yeah, do you want to be a high-tech country, or do you want to be do you have other interests?
Yeah, but in the end of the day, what I wanted to make the point is like in the end of the day, the important thing is how it's like how the humans use that, the research and everything, and how efficient they are with the money that they get for this. So meaning like people with less money do more, and people with more money do less sometimes, or can be the fantastic thing will be like you with little you do a lot, and if you have more you do even better, but it's not always like this. Yes.
I don't think that has something to do with that Finland is putting in more money in technology, as a country.
No. I just wanted to make the point. I am not telling this, but I just want to make the point that not always the countries that put more investment in technology, that means that they are better on it. You know what I mean?
I do think I do think it makes a difference, because if you as a country put in more money, of your national product, then in balance you put as a country like Finland is a smaller country, or smaller but lesser people and lesser money in taxes and everything, and they put a large part of it in technology. So it will bring a lot of technology, but the difference is that is Finland also putting those technologies to work in their country, or are they just developing things?
Yeah, but in here I come back the same with the same things. You can put the best machines, that you can develop them the best machines, but then you don't know how to use them.
Because take a look at the Dutch agricultural system. It's like Holland is a really tiny country, but it's an agricultural export country in top 5 in the world. It's below Canada and England, America, or something like that, and that is only because the Dutch put a lot of technology in the agriculture. They put a lot of money into it to develop new agricultural ways to, for example, to take a small piece of land, because we don't have much land, and create such a way that you produce the most of it, and that's why it's possible. So yeah, I do think you have to put those technologies to work as a country. It's not just people.
There is not.
Can I say something for change?
Yes.
Okay, please. First of all, Finland is, for example, a leading power in fucking forest industry and technology. You can check that wherever you want. It has worked. It's
It
kind
is,
of
it
like
is.
undeniable fact, and
Yes.
they have put probably fuckload of money for it. So there is no debate how it is. That's how it is. Then we can debate other things, but of course it doesn't guarantee anything how much money you put. But it's an interesting detail, and in a sense, the ideal would be that more money you put to research, better it gets, and more innovation you get. But of course, it doesn't necessarily mean that. But it's interesting that the percentages have been this, like by which I like partly by the way information about is from Madrid, like a university from Madrid, UCM.es, a statistical center of Finland and other places, research.fi. So, but these are stuff what has been spent in that sense. So these are some of the things basically what has gone down. And I was reading some technological stuff like how it certain things led to another things because of course the country has been like in Stone Age still like a couple of 100 years ago. Like we were living in huts here, and like you can see like the everything in a sense, but that's also the stuff is like you can also consider it this way since we don't have so long tradition in many things. So maybe it has been easier to adopt certain things also like
Suomipoika,
faster
I think that
in
you
that
need
sense.
another picture like a Nederlander has the background there.
Well, I have this is from the space. What is this? 2001 when we make contact space.
There you can see the
adventure. What is
difference
it?
in technology budget.
Yeah, but yeah, the point being like yeah, and many things can come in a long term also that you reinvest in something else, and then like maybe there's not much tradition in many things at least, and so maybe it's easier to adopt some new technologies because you don't have anything as a ground. You start something new, and well, basically with that fast Finnish inventions in technology, Linux operating system, 91. Text messages, like I said, heart rate monitor, xylitol, disk training closet, electric sail, 2006, Pekka Janhunen, would be considered as a spacecraft propulsion with solar wind as a thrust. Internet relay chat, which is basically probably what we would be using also in this. Internet browser, the first internet browser with graphical user interface, Airwise, was created by Finnish students in 1992, but it never saw the light of the day. But that was the first Google kind of thing, I guess. A flight recorder was invented by engineer Veijo Hietala in 1942. Then interesting stuff fast. Molotov cocktail. Funny enough, it was first time used in Spanish Civil War, and it was like more widely 1936 to 1939 before they become known as Molotov cocktails. And the design was perfect a few years after by Finns. We were making it more deadly, basically. So we refined the thing a little bit, putting like a sticky mix of alcohol, kerosene, tar, and potassium chloride. And that we were also putting that the bottle was not totally full, and they will make some kind of like a vial of chemicals that when you throw it and it breaks, then it starts the fire. You don't have to, put a rag there as you see in some movies or stuff. So that would be Angry Birds game, Nokia cell phones, this kind of stuff. 2110. That was something like it had a bit of an impact, I guess, and that has one thing that popularized the things that we hold our hands. So I think that's kind of quick review of Finnish tech. But you can see that we are not maybe in so many things, at least earlier, were not in the forefront. The things came here like kind of hundreds of years later, like this happened with the Christianity also and everything.
Give me a second. Maybe it may cut the call, but I don't know how to get to the access to the other screen. Wait a second. Maybe it could, but then we get back.
Written.
No.
Okay.
What? Now? No, it's okay. Now? Do you hear me?
Yes.
Then it's fine. Yes, this is why. I see that there is some problem with the cameras here. Yes. Yeah, because I can see that that we cannot see. Where is it? Oh, Jesus Christ! No, it's not here.
Join our conversation.
Okay, so let's see.
I will basically make like one. What is this?
There is like I see that there is not, for some reason.
Space. What is this? Doesn't want when we make contact. Space.
There you can see the difference. Yeah, is there a problem with the cameras?
With the cameras, I see, yes.
Yeah.
You can see video.
I'm checking it now also. Yet.
Yes.
What's happened there?
There was a moment there in the YouTube that there's a frozen picture of me. I think, yeah.
Yeah, this is why. So I am gonna.
But I think it for me this happened for a while and then it went back. But hopefully it will be.
No, it's if I checked, it's only the last few minutes.
Vale, so I will just restart this. Give me a second. Okay, desactivate, activate. Oh no. Okay. Wait a second. Technical problems.
Yeah, just in the meantime, I will talk a little bit about Holland. You know, I will not explain all the technical details like you did. You know, like with the television and all that. You know, because that's all a bit the same. You know, I'm taking the biggest things of Holland a little bit. You know, and yeah, we'll see from there. You know, it's like. In the 13th century, the Dutch were really with windmills, everything. That's the typical Dutch windmill thing, you know. And they use it a lot, you know, to also to get out the water and to cut wood and to make grain and stuff. You know, that was a really important thing in the Dutch, history. So. And in the 14th, 16th century, the Dutch developed dikes, yeah, so to protect us from the water also, because Holland is always on the water, you know, and they made the polders, you know, and like I'm getting a big one, you know, it's like in the 16th, 17th centuries, we had the golden age, you know, the big inventions were the houtzaagmolen, you know, the wood cutting mill, the telescope. In 1608, the telescope is been door Hans Lippershey. And the microscope is developed by Holland like in 1630, 1670 by Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. And with the microscope, he discovered bacteria and microorganism, what was a real revolution in science, you know, back there.
Okay, wait a second, because I think that you are not coming out. Now, yes. No. Now, yes. Listen, you have to tell. Yes, you have to tell from the beginning, I think, because the stuff is that no, you have, because otherwise people will not have hear you outside, I think, because there is not was not only the image what was bad, the other way around, was not only the image that was bad, but was the audio as well, I think. A ver.
Okay. It's slowly getting dark here, yeah? I don't know. Yeah, but okay, then I start new again.
Wait a second. You know? I am messing around with you. Again. Wait a second, that I am messing around. Give me a second, please. Only to see how it's done. This. Now, yes. And now this one should be. No, this is. No, this is. No. No. No, I don't know why. Yeah, I know why. Give me a second. I know. It should be now that no.
Now I see 2 times Finland.
Okay. Do you see me?
Yes.
And do you see if my voice is going out?
I will check on YouTube.
Now we see this. Well, wait a second.
Is it a better bed?
This is the technical failures here. And now.
If I look at YouTube, I see 2 times Finland.
Yes, I know.
In 2 different ways. Don't know how that's possible. Is Finland at 2 places at the same time or something?
Oh, I didn't tell you about the new technology we have. Now I see you in 2 places when I look at the YouTube.
And I see you at 2 places.
Now it's again me 2 places. That's really strange, man.
Now it's on Skype. What are you doing again, Spain?
I don't know what I am doing. Really? Let me see.
It's good that it's done.
It should be that I appear here, and then it should be.
Now Spain is all gone.
Let me check. Joder. Skype.
It seems like if we do live stream like this, always at some point it's like if the YouTube and everything can't handle the whole data or something. I don't know.
No,
after a while.
It's a matter of that I don't know how to use this thing. You're not really good, so that's the whole problem.
Yeah, I do believe it's the problem is with Skype, but it seems like if we do live stream like this, always.
Okay, so now I understand. It's not this. OBS virtual camera. No.
Just checking. The problem is with Skype.
Okay. Where is my camera? Okay. I think
now I see myself 2 times on YouTube. Now Finland is back 2 times again. Now I am 2 times again.
Okay.
Don't know, but I can see myself. I don't know. Can you see me on YouTube? Now I see myself. And I can hear myself also. You know, voices are good.
Okay. So I can see. So you are okay in here, but the one that is not okay is me.
Yeah. So.
I will present a picture of last Finnish like a block sauna picture in the background. I've been there. This is you put the fire there, and it weighs 7,000 kilos. The whole structure you have there, like people naked, and it's funny place.
Okay.
There's like 16 euros, actually kind of much, but 16 euros to entrance. I think for a couple hours, and I think you can bring your own beer.
But
But
do
yeah.
you go a lot to a sauna?
No, I haven't been. Maybe I'm not so traditional. I have been going in one sauna nearby. Sometimes at some point I was going with friends, like let's say once a week. We went to my sauna. Somebody I had like a shift from the house I was living, and then I went a couple of times in this one, which is in Helsinki. Like this is the last public sauna, like what there is left. So it's been from 1928 or something like this. It's like a big room and a huge place, and well, it's really old school. And you go on your towel to sit outside and smoke a cigarette if you do, and all that kind of stuff. But that's a really thing like in the Finnish culture and technology and everything, I guess. In that sense, must have
Yeah,
had
because
effect.
I have myself. I have been in a sauna once in my life or so.
Yeah,
Two,
yeah. Well,
twice.
that's a funny thing. Funny thing.
Yeah,
Because
but I have no interest in it. Also, it's.
Mhm.
But I know, it's like Finnish. Okay, sauna.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's one thing. I well have to say that there is, you know, it was kind of relaxing and stuff. You go there, then you take few beers. If you take more than few, then it's like. But if you take with the moderation, like couple of beers, then you eat something after with your friends hanging out. It's really nice, really relaxing. But many
Yes,
people, I remember, no need. We
check.
put one American to the sauna actually, and they were really like, "What the is this?" And I actually, well, maybe that's a story for another time. We talk about Finnish saunas. I will save it for.
Hello, I am back. Now
Yeah, I was
check
trying to
if
like.
you
yeah.
can hear or listen. We out, all of us, at the moment. I don't
They
know
are
what.
all there now. What do you say?
Yes?
We are all good there because I can see.
Vale.
Yeah, I can see you are
Perfect,
back on
perfect.
YouTube,
So we
Yes, no need.
but
We
continue.
were.
Finland,
I
but,
also checked. Yes.
but
So,
Finland has the wrong picture on YouTube, the wrong camera hours. It's a frozen picture on YouTube.
Well,
no?
I am
It's
here.
not
I
this.
don't know why.
Yeah, it's not this one. I don't see you as you are
Yeah.
here.
Let's see. Yep.
Vale. Because you are not connected. Let's see. Vale.
I'm back. Let's maybe that helps there.
Wait a second. Now?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Now we are. Now everything is fine.
Yes,
Yes.
I still don't see it, but
Yes. I do see it outside. Now it's good. He has something in the background like what is this?
Now,
yeah, now I see. Yeah.
woman, this is a sauna. Last public sign.
Nederlander, continue with your inventions from the Netherlands, please.
I restart again.
Yes, please.
I will do it a little bit quick,
Vale.
So from the 13th century, we really had the windmills. I just start somewhere, and like the 14th and 16th century, the dikes and polders came in Holland. I think that shaped Holland a lot, and that was only possible because of the windmills. So we did a lot, and like in the 16th 17th century was a lot of things happening in Holland because we had the golden age, and we had the wood cutting mill, was an invention in 1592. In 1608 the telescope from Hans Lippershey. That's probably the first invention he made, for the telescope, and later Galileo improved the one he had, so like that. And in 1630, 1670, the microscope was developed by Anthony van Leeuwenhoek. and he discovered bacteria and microorganism, and that was a real big invention in in science. To discover bacteria changed a lot. In 17th century, mapping technologies and navigation tools was also the Dutch cartographs made like Johan Blau made the most detailed maps in the world at that time. From seas and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the
You mean
19th century.
cartography, no? Cartography.
Yeah, yes, I mean that. Yeah, the map makers.
Mm-hmm.
And the 19th, 20th, and 20th century, the KNMI was made, and the KNMI is a weather station, and was one of the first national weather stations in the world. It was created in 1854. In the 19th century was also like Delft's Blauw and chemical innovations developed of high worthy ceramic, pots and stuff, and cups for tea and stuff like that, and chemical productions.
Right.
The first electrical train was in Holland in 1908. The Delta works in 1953 till 1979 is a really unique system to protect the Dutch, to Dutch countries against the sea. It's a real big invention, like with big doors and everything, to stop when there is a sudden storm with a high tide. It stops, then the doors close, and it stops the whole tide into the country. It stops everything. So it's a real interesting thing to go visit. If you go for a visit to Holland, go there. It's in Zeeland and stuff, in part of Holland. So in 1963, Philips discovered the compact cassette.
The compact disc.
Yeah, compact cassette. It's, I don't know the name. That's a little cassette you play music on, like like in the old days. In the 1980s, 1990s, Philips, together with Sony, created CD and DVDs. In the 1980s till 2000, the Dutch were really, what we spoke about, really interested with ESA and space agencies and stuff. And in the modern age, like the 21st century, ASML and chip machines, the Dutch are world leader in lithographical machines for the production of advanced microchips. We have a lot of water management in the modern days, like floating buildings and stuff. They are building a lot of homes on the water because, it's water everywhere. We live on the water. And there's even a floating farm in Rotterdam.
Wow.
And in the quantum computers, the Dutch are also really involved with it, with the first quantum computer. Yeah, and also like it's like cars on solar energy and stuff like that. So that's about like the basic discoveries. Like in the Dutch. I just keep it short and simple, because there are a lot of things. It's like the Dutch also had, like the Spanish had the galleons. Yeah, but the Dutch had how do they call it? The short. They were not that deep in the sea, and that's why they could destroy the English fleet back in the day. Stuff like that. So.
Interesting.
So,
really nice.
Yeah, and there are a lot of more things like the stock market. Like how it's called, like like in America, the big one, the stock market. The Dutch invented the stock market with their business with the East Indian Company, I think it was. So yeah, the Dutch, like the Spanish, have really influence on the history of how the world is. But the Dutch were also there, and I think the English in those times were also a lot.
Mhm.
So really powerful nations.
Yes, like curious like we say in Spanish, like you are like people that is like intranquil, being sitting down. You know, you have to make things
Yeah.
happening. Yes, so but this is fantastic. I think this is this is to be alive. This is to enjoy, like when someone wants to achieve something that has illusions, because I think like first comes the idea, no, I guess, like you were telling, like, oh, I really want, I feel a call, no, for to go into some place or to do something else, and then
Mhm.
comes the idea, and then you start to figure it out. How the hell do you do that? how how you bring that is in somewhere in that we don't know, but is materialized, no, in some place, how to put it in the practice, no, in here and now, and then you start
Mhm.
to manage with other people through brainstorming. That this is a term that they have put now, no, nowadays, but I think like this is the it has been brainstorming all their life, when people just gather together to figure out how they do the things, and yeah,
Mhm.
sometimes comes yeah, and I think that everybody can do things like that. It's not, it's sometimes I am like concerned, not that it's only reserved to the people who has titles and who has a science background and stuff like that, but an idea and an observation can make by all of us, whatever person, and then that person can, of course, talk with someone that is a specialist for that engineer or whatever, for to develop that idea and then create something and put it out there. You know what I mean? But sometimes the people think
Mhm.
that they cannot do anything because they don't have like the titles or the skills or something. If you have the idea, then you can find it out how you can put it out. So maybe you need then someone that weld, or then you need someone that do the other stuff. But first it starts here, and then you materialize and put it there. And the principal point why I was telling this is like to have the intranquil, that you want to do something, this I, you know, and I think that this is a sharing point
Enthusiasm.
between, yes, between our nations. Yes.
Yeah, and there you can see also, like, we have Europe is a really interesting place. It has a lot of culture, it has a lot of history, it
Yeah,
has a
it's
lot of
beautiful, I think.
differences also. But if you combine that all together, you get a
Power.
place. It's really rich on people, on cultures, on technologies, human nature, everything.
Yes.
And then
I,
if you mix that good, everything, you get the best soup of countries, in the world, I think.
yeah, well, I think like that. I would say like also like for example like I feel like attracted to like Asiatic, like how they in Asia, no, how they do. Also, like people is really curious and they make like a lot of things go happening. They are also like they are not sitting. It's not people that they are laying back. They are just like they're fast. They have something, a sparkle.
Yeah,
For us.
but I think if you look to all humanity, they
They
all
are
do
all
that.
old, yes, of course, but
Yeah. So.
I think like some, and they are
That's
like
about
really old,
it.
like in the history. Like they have a lot of
Mhm.
So I I don't remember if I made, but it was one of the books I was reading. I think also otherwise that basically it was like you grow rice, you can have several harvests per year, and I think even when it was the feudal Japan and in China, that they wouldn't take all your rice. They would actually, if you worked hard, you would get up very early and go late, that you could make something for yourself. At least that was claimed. Because here, if you were a farmer with wheat, no matter what you do, you're gonna have one crops and that's it. So what they did was like they would starve them as thin as possible for the winter. So you'd have to eat as little as possible. So it would not be, rewarded to do more in sense, for example, in farm, cultivating the land, because you can get one harvest and maybe it's kind of big if you can manage, but that could somehow create some difference with this, I think, basically. Considering like from where are you from and how things are and all that. And then of course, like in a sense, if you look at the place here, yeah, well, if you are too curious, you go too far, you don't have the proper care in winter, you die. So of course you have to be adapted and be prepared. So maybe there is also things here has been earlier at least that would have been difficult to do things very spontaneously for practical reasons. For example, going outside, it's so freezing that the air hurts your face. It's not nice to be there. So you're not gonna gather outside with people, or maybe you don't even see people so much. But now it's different, of course. But there's rules in.
Give me a second, and I'm gonna put food to this little one. Wait a second.
Yes. Okay. Muy bien. So, but yeah, there is. In the end, I would think also nowadays for a long time already that there is more things between human beings that bring them together more than divide them in that sense. So
yeah, more and more
technology. The stuff that is created, that if like these people are this and they cannot and you couldn't, then in that sense, of course, there is like differences, but
yeah, but if you look like in the world, yeah, you have a lot of powers, but like a real world war probably will not happen because the technology is so big. Nobody wants a nuclear war, Nobody wants to push the button. So that's yeah, hopefully, but that should make because the technology went so far that it takes care for that people are more friendly with each other. It's like it has no use to threaten somebody if you're not gonna push the button. So
maybe. Yeah, well, it has changed, like we have discussed. It has changed the way people communicate for better and for worse, I guess. And that, well, if you're online, you can reach people who are basically on the other side of the world, and the time difference that they're in the day and you're in the night. And it's funny how similar things people like and want to do and what they want to happen. And
well, human nature is the same everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, and that would be, I don't know, that's the interesting part of this also, is like, I don't know if there is much of a separation between tech and human nature, because if it's been with us like around 3 million years, rudimentally, so that's like, it's I don't know, tech and human nature, I guess there is not really like a difference. It's part of human nature, the technology, I guess. That's probably one reason why we are still here.
Yeah, I think maybe not that. I think that's one of the reasons that we are talking online in a live stream.
Yeah.
So and not still are hunting down in the forest for food or something.
Yeah, well, that could be also. Well, I don't know. Has it? What do you think, Spain? Is technology? Well, we were just now going a little bit to the human nature part in that sense, also, like it is, and it has been, but if it's been with us for 3 million years, technology, so it's like sort of part of human nature. It's not a separate thing in a sense. It's been there forever, basically. And I was thinking, like, is it like that? It's one reason we are still here, and then Mark was thinking that maybe it's the reason why we are not hunting rabbits in the forest anymore and being hunter-gatherers and stuff. So you have thoughts. What do you think?
Again, repeat the question first, that I didn't hear good.
Okay. So yeah, that is the tech is like part of human nature, I guess.
Yes.
In a sense. And because it's been with us for 3 million years, so you could consider that it's just part of us. in some way that is kind of not, you cannot really take it out of the human nature in that sense. And that I was thinking that maybe this is one reason we are still here. Mark was saying that this might be more like the reason that we are not hunting and gathering anymore so much, that we are talking online.
Yeah,
So I don't
you
know
mean
what
like that these kind of things have ensure or assure our existence? You mean?
survival.
Yeah, our survival.
Yes.
I think it could be, or it could be that well, that it could be another way around also, you know, like that yeah, that we will have done different things and will drive us to different places as well. So I don't know, this is something that you really don't know. But the certain thing is that we are still here, so maybe it's because of this, or because of other things, or because someone else allowed it. You know, who knows?
If you really look to it, it's like back in the life started on Earth like one cell, then you get 2 cells, then you get 3, and you know it becomes more complicated. And maybe it's just also the evolution of life, because we are the most complicated things on this planet, or in a way that we can build stuff to get off this planet, so we can travel we can bring life into the space, into the universe. And that's probably a survival organism, like from nature itself. It started already with the first single cell being, and now we're here, and we are capable, not we are the only ones capable of moving off this planet. Nobody else is.
I will not be so sure about it. And I am not talking about aliens, but if the point is like, how do you see, like, in the definitions, for example, what is a living thing and what is not living thing? There are so many things that we don't know, you know, about what where it starts the conscience, for example, you know. It's in a particle, it's in the human being, it's in where, you know, like, for example, if I go further, no, like people who has like experience next to death or stuff like that, they experience like some kind of, let's put it like this, like some kind of another dimension, and they are living, but the science still consider that this is like mambo jumbo stuff, or but the stuff is that there are experiments about this. And you know, like there is like I was naming once, they are like Proyecto Tunnel, for example, in Spain. It's like people who are like doctors, medicine, and stuff that have patients that have experienced, like they have seen from above their own bodies and stuff like that. So who knows if there is like other kinds of vibrations living with us, or another things that we consider that are not alive, but they are more alive than anything else, you know. So
That's an interesting topic.
Yes, it
for a
is.
next live stream.
It is. But you know, like the thing is like I think that because of our logic thoughts and all this, like many times, like we make like definitions about, or we have considered one thing is one way, and maybe there are many other ways, more ways, you know. Another interesting topic is about, like, for example, time. Time doesn't exist, so basically it's like it is, everything is happening at the same time, you know. So that it blows your fucking brain, you know, like what? So I mean, it's like there is no present or future, everything is happening at the same time, you know.
That's freaky.
So imagine,
Well,
like,
not
so
that.
if we can think that everything is happening at the same time and in everywhere, so meaning that there could be life in another places, and there could be explorations in another places, and there could be other things that has gone to explore the space or other things at the same time that we are not capable to see, you know. It's like, this is fucking crazy. Okay, next.
Yeah. That's a good one for the next topic, for the
Okay.
next stream. So.
Yeah,
So
but
that makes
in the
you
next
peanuts
one
in
is
your
everything
boobs
and nothing 5. So I think it's under 5.
But the one after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But
everything.
we
It's
can
about
open the
everything.
Pandora
Nothing's about
gates there.
The box.
everything is about nothing. Nothing is about everything.
Yeah, totally.
Is everything? Is nothing like included in everything? Hey, did we see the mermaid any time soon? By the way.
No, we didn't see the mermaid. Where is the mermaid here? I don't know. Where is
So
the mermaid?
Oh, the
You
mermaid
mean
in the
this
mix.
one?
Once upon a
from
time in Finland.
Finland?
Hi.
The beautiful.
Support the channel the way
Yes.
you can. Subscribe,
The hands
like,
of beautiful
share, or
mermaid.
donate. And hopefully
Oh my
you have
God.
something to say.
Say? Okay, so yes, you can subscribe, you can comment, you can donate, you can say like how wrong you guys you are. Probably we are. No problem. This is why we are here, for to talk about everything and nothing.
Start the debate with us.
Yes, and to
Yeah. Maybe we are-
interchange, to put sparkles in the people magic and
Yeah.
communication.
And buymeacoffee.com and go there. You can put money there if you want to. If you have enough or if you have too much, you can give it to us.
Why
Yeah.
why is this thing? Why it could not be buy me a
Get a
beer?
better connection.
Buy
So
me a beer. Why it has to be buy me a coffee? I want buy me a beer.
we are so in the business. Yeah, maybe it's illegal at least in
It's even
Finland.
better.
Buy me a
Why?
beer, and then it comes, about who can buy it. But if you have underage people or whatever, no, or
Why
maybe you
is
have to pay it. Hey, that's we're totally going for in business. So buy me a beer. That's it. That's the next step, man,
or two?
of the whole online
Yeah.
business. Buymeabeer.com. It's like, yeah, well, you can always support me on buymeabeer.com with a couple of peanuts, like, and that on the side. So it's funny if you buy one beer, which is like, I don't know, it's like probably 8, 9, 10 euros in Finland per pint, and you don't get the peanuts even. Say,
Well,
I don't know
too
what it's
expensive.
like nowadays. I haven't been buying much, but I
How
think
much?
it must be like 8, 9 euros basically.
How much do you pay in Germany for a beer?
Well, last night it was €2.50 for a normal glass.
Really?
What is a normal glass? A pint or like?
No, it's 0.3 or the 0.4
Okay.
liters.
Fair enough.
So, but normally it's like €3, €3.50. So, and I think a pint is like €5, €4, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Well, in
I
Finland,
can buy a crate with 24 bottles. If it's in advertising, it's like 10, 11 euros or something.
okay, and good
Okay.
beer.
It's like twice more expensive
Yeah.
than here.
Germans have the best beer.
Yeah. Well, the Dutch beer is not bad, eh? Also, I think
Yeah,
Belgium,
but I think the
Belgium
Germans
beer.
are better. Belgium is good in dark beers and special beers.
They are really good. Well, I remember going there, going from
Yeah.
one bar to another, just to try all. It was super nice.
I've been there. I can't remember it, so the beer must be good.
Yeah, beer is good. No beer is not good.
Yeah. Okay.
that's
Now we are promoting here people to drink alcohol. No, we are not. We are just
No, we
telling
are not.
that our lands are rich in the. They have
About
good beers,
innovation,
not
stuff like,
poison beers.
It's about that basically. Yeah, but this kind of industries in the countries and in here, the basic beer is horrible.
Well,
I
this
think
is a technology also, no? The beer, right?
it is brewing
Yes.
technology. Hey, question: when started brewing when was the first signs of alcohol in your country? That is a scientific question. It's totally with human nature greatly, I would say. Right?
Yeah.
Was
But
beer
what?
not invented in Czech? in Czechia.
I don't know. I
And
haven't actually checked. That's something like
Let me check.
have to check also.
Uh,
But I can find here.
Hostias.
beer
What?
is really old. I
The
never knew
origins
that.
of beer date back thousands of years and span multiple regions. The earliest evidence of beer production comes from ancient Mesopotamia, modern day Iraq.
Okay.
From Iraq. Wow, what?
I think also ancient Egypt has had some kind of like beer-ish thing, like also. And here is sahti, which is like a also.
I think the stone tools were not the first invention of humanity. I think it was beer.
Just beer. So this says that around 5,000 before Christ, and where the Sumerians brew with beer from barley, they even wrote a hymn to Ninkasi, the goddess of brewing, which included a recipe for beer. Beer was also independently developed in ancient China in the early 7,000 before Christ, where fermented beverages were made using rice, honey, and fruits. Over time, beer spread across cultures, becoming a staple in ancient Egypt and Europe. By the Middle Ages, European monks refined it, and this is the thing that we have here. So the monks were refining these techniques. So technology, introducing hops to create the beer we recognize today. So beer has a truly global and ancient history, rooted in the humanity's earliest agriculture practices. So yeah, interesting. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
well, in Finland it was 500 years BCE is like fermented. Well, sahti is one of the oldest. That's from like what is like known and written records 1366. Like it's like a I don't know. It's like a meat kind of thing. Also, iron age. It's around 500 years BC. Archaeologists can find the success that fermented beverages were made using local ingredients like honey, berries, and grains. These early alcoholic drinks were used in rituals and social gatherings. As for beer, Finland has a long tradition of brewing. The most iconic example is sahti, a traditional farmhouse ale made from barley, rye, and sometimes oats. Sahti has been brewed for centuries and still enjoyed today, often at special occasions like weddings. So, well, Iron Age. It's
Yeah, the Dutch were also like in the 12th, 13th century, a lot of beer was brewed because beer was healthier than water. So everybody drank beer back in the
I
day.
think that was a point at some point that it was basically safer to drink beer than water. That people were drinking a lot.
And that's
Europe,
and well, who doesn't know Heineken? You know.
Well,
So
I have
they
to
are
say that I
really
don't like this
famous.
beer, actually. Heineken, no. But Hertogjam is nice.
They
Heineken, no.
they used to have it really good in Holland because they used to have the old recipe, but they changed it at that point. I don't like it anymore too.
Hertogjam.
But hey, okay, and then also that was the alcohol that has a huge impact. And also, by the way, with the technology and like the human nature is that it is claimed also that what made a change in our consciousness and that we start to evolve faster or like this is that we were doing mushrooms. That the ancient cavemen were doing mushrooms that you could see it from like doing the art that it was kind of like mind blowing. Psilocybin, what is this called? What is in LSD? But that is claimed also that it would have created also change through that. It could have been through
Well,
that.
what is clear is that you for to bring like new things, you have to imagine them. You know, so you have to imagine, and if the drugs in that sense, mushrooms or plants or whatever they were using, I think that it was bringing visions, to the people, and there is like the awakening of curiosity, and then like we're coming back to the same point like we were talking before. So then it's like people will start to figure out then how to do the things that they are imagining. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that has. Mm, yeah, they have used the mushroom also for a long time, and there was claims that that would have changed the whole human nature in a sense, the consciousness.
Are your pictures frozen there?
All that.
Move, guys.
I am moving.
Yours is frozen.
Mine? No.
Yeah, it seems like I don't know. This is strange.
Yes.
Javier, move yourself.
Spain is. I'm still.
Now when I'm trying to listen, by the way, to YouTube, I don't hear anything. I don't know. Did I do something stupid? Or is it just mute? It's mute. Okay, no worries. So, but yeah, a lot of tech, some nature so far. Is there some kind of ideas about the human nature business more? Like, if you think about the recent discovery, like what people have coming up with, like I said, like it's been considered that with the phones, it's just outside of us. That how soon it's gonna be that this is like literally in us, and where this is leading with the AI and all this kind of stuff. What do you think?
Yeah, it's evolution, I think.
Sven, you are gone.
I think it's just evolution. It belongs to it.
What do you think?
I think it belongs to the whole thing. It's like we are developing, we are growing, yeah, in every way. But I do think you have to keep it a bit under control, some things, so that it doesn't take over and destroys everything. But because we play with fire, and playing with fire is always dangerous. So no, I don't. It's just human nature. I think like in 1,000 years from now, we are already flying through space, and yeah, well, who knows? Maybe we're already at a planet at another star or something. Who knows? I think everything is possible.
What say you, Spain? I raised some cursor. I don't know if you were there because you were frozen at some point. Seemed to be gone.
Yeah, and now I am seeing. Now your cam is good, but now I am not seeing. Let's see, the Nederlanders. I am just checking on that everything is coming out good here.
Yeah, I was checking also.
And now,
like,
now it's good. Active, yes.
It's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, because I there was like something also like that we were talking the other day, that it was like in Nederlander was telling like technology was making people like lazy, or how was it?
It was basically like, is it
make them brain dead? Like them, and not brain dead, but put so much information in their brain that they shut out. They shut down.
Yeah, and then I was making the point that maybe the thing is like technology helps us to what the fuck? Yeah, to save time, because it makes more efficient some things, but that doesn't mean that people is not gonna do other things. But maybe they are not gonna use the time that they were using for the things that they were, that they were doing, because now they have like tools more efficient, that makes like, if you were using like 2 hours for to make something, you can make it like now in 5 minutes, and then you can do other things. So
yeah,
that not necessarily means that you are lazy, then that people become lazy because of technology.
Well, life has been on the one side, life has never been as good as we have it now. People are getting the oldest in all of human history and stuff like that. But on the other way, I think people's minds have never been so full with things like we have it now
Yeah.
in all of human history. And I think that's the difference. Uh, if you look to history, we always did the physical part, physical work, stuff like that. Everything was physical, and slowly with technology, it becomes more mental. And that's the thing. Like maybe in 1,000 years, we have a bigger head because our brain needs to have more capacity.
Hey,
So we
maybe
need a bigger brain.
maybe the plants. Well, I'm just getting this in my head. Maybe this is why plants doesn't walk. You know what I mean? Maybe plants were a species that were having a lot of mobility before, but they didn't need it anymore because everything that they did was like using mental,
Mm.
I don't know. I just came with the idea in the head because the other day I was listening that there was like this plant um experiment that they did. They put like some kind of like sensors in the plants for to see if they were like yeah, like they were reacting to some kind of stimulus from humans or whatever. And then they wanted to cut the plant or to harm the plant, and it reacted, and then it doesn't only react to that, but it can react to um someone else being also like damaged. For example, there was like, I don't know if it was like some kind of lobsters or something that they were killing the lobsters in another room, and then it's time that they were killing the lobster, the plant was reacting. So
Yeah, I've read that too, and that makes vegan people a really different kind of people. It's like it's not good to eat plants. Plants have feelings too.
Yeah. What we will eat? We cannot eat meat. We cannot eat plants. What is next? We eat
Yeah.
stones.
I have to say that if you look at it like you shut away all the marketing and everything, we are eating several creatures' babies, unborn babies, and that's a fact. The eggs, it's the unborn, unhatched, like what is this? Like a non-developed baby of a creature, and then we just go randomly kill the other creatures in the planet. We put them in the supermarket, so it's offside the killing, but there's chunks of meat that we fry them and we cut them. And I've been thinking sometimes like cutting the meat is like this is really brutal. Of course, I eat meat, I eat everything. I think I'm gonna keep eating it as long as I can. But it's still like if you start thinking about it, there's a lot of ridiculous things that people do and crazy and brutal things. Like they eat the other creatures. I mean, what?
No, it's not brutal. It's life.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to say it in a manner that you explain someone who would be from outer space who use energy and they don't eat anyone. It's like, what? You really eat the other creatures in the planet? Are you crazy or what? You know what I mean?
If you look like that, but it's like evolution. It's like nature. It's like if you look to it, you say like we ate the kids of animals, stuff like that. But if you look in the shop and you have, let's say, you get beans or something, or you eat the vegetables. The vegetables are the seeds and the babies of the plants, and we cut them also, and we eat them also. So if there comes an alien who is a plant and is walking, he is walking, he will think like, what are that monsters? They're eating the babies of the plants, and we kill everybody on the planet. It's like
it's true, and that's the point. And somebody has suggested that we don't grow the trees or the plants; they grow us.
Oh yes.
If you think about it the other way, because of the process of
who was telling this? That was it not a comment from Leo?
That was the idea that what happens? They create the oxygen so we can breathe. Then we leave die shit, and then we come back to Earth. And they can take the nutrients from us.
But I have one question. Yeah,
Yes.
if they created us, they made a failure because we are killing them.
Well, we have also made failures in many things, I guess.
Yeah,
We
but
have
they made a big. Maybe nature created us that way, but yeah, I do think
Well, I don't know who
we are.
created us in that sense, but it could have been that we've been put here to be food for the plants and trees, because eventually we die. We were talking about composting and all that kind of stuff at some point.
Yeah, the other day.
So basically, we become food for the trees. So they don't really like, and if they decide, okay, no more oxygen, well, I guess they will also die. But we're gonna die.
Yeah, but if you think of it, like if you look into a forest, the leaves and everything from the plants what fall down on the ground brings more compost than all humans combined, for example. So we are
Will
not a
will
good
it be
compost
some
product.
some form of cannibalism?
Yeah, but we are not a good compost product. It's like we destroy more than we give. It's
Maybe you're right. Maybe
Maybe,
you're right.
yeah.
But there is also other creatures. But that was just a funny idea, also, like that. Maybe it's the other way around, that we don't really grow this, and we have grass. There is like certain species of plants, for example. The grass is kind of common in certain places. We put certain kind of trees, so the idea that they would have affected us in a way that we have the grass like that, and not that we just chose it, but it's somehow they're doing. It's kind of funny thing.
Yeah.
How about the future of everything, hey guys? Like
The
I was
future. If I
future
don't
we
know what I'm gonna
as
take
human
for
beings.
dinner tonight.
mm,
Yeah, well, the future of technology. I don't know what will happen with this. Like, I mean, like, this is growing. Everything is going so fast that is mind blowing. It's like you don't have time to figure out what is coming new, because there's so much things coming new, and so much tools that are available for even civilians, that is like, I don't know, it's just crazy. It's just
Yeah.
crazy. Now, for example, you have these agents that you can use for yourself with the IE. You can put like basically people, you can make computer enslaves, but not meaning like humans, but you can have list like this. Yeah, I is working for you. I think agents are called artificial intelligence
Bots.
agents. So then
Okay.
you just tell them like, well, I want you to, I don't know, to do this, to do that, to do, to check my email, to delete this, to do, like some. You organize
So
the
it's
task for
idiots.
them, and
You
they
would
are
have like
working for you.
idiots for yourself that go through things in the
Mm.
digital ether, like
And
like food sources that go through your dirty works, like or something.
yeah, and there are many other things, like I don't know, like I guess that, for example, like we were talking about like technology. What about if about like what I was telling you about, like everybody can create things if if they have their primer idea. What about if, for example, we will use the artificial intelligence or these agents? Okay, develop me. Also, I have the idea for making, like, I don't know, whatever thing, a spaceship, and then I tell the one artificial intelligence to develop the circuits, the other develop this, the other develop that, the other develop this. You put the agents to work for you, and then you put the thing together. Maybe we are able to do this.
that's smart.
Yeah, to do this at some
That's a
point.
smart thing. That's a good. Yeah, at some point they will take over everything what we used to do, so we have time to do other things.
But I am afraid that all these things, like before that happen, that I think that maybe they are collecting the ideas, and at some point, boom, they close it, and they only have this for some special group of people. But we are there in here because if you think about it, all the data that they have now, they have been collecting it from the civilians. Eh? But not everybody has access to all this. For example, the military technology has been developed. You don't have access to answer of the questions that you would like, because there are like limitations there. So, and this is yeah, because the point is like, and there is like the human nature, like, well, how I do it. I let everybody open so that they can be free. But well, if I let free the people, where it will lead. Are they gonna be like destroying each other because of that? You know, the point like I was telling, like the ethic.
YouTube is
The point like I was telling, like the ethic.
YouTube is frozen.
Yeah, now I guess now it's better. Yes.
Yeah.
Now the ethic,
Now it goes.
the ethic and morals, you know, of this, you know, like I was telling that it's the connection crack. So yeah, I let the people free to use all these technologies, and then what we face with the shadow of the humankind that they are gonna eat each other, you know, basically, or maybe they will auto-regulate themselves, no? That's the eternal thing, and this is why we have like the emperors, the kings, and the powers and no powers. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, guys?
Yeah. Well, like I said, the funny thing in a sense is also, I guess, is that the AI is creating pictures and can make stories and God knows what, and it should be doing the dishes. I would like to make the stories myself, or the pictures rather, in that sense. I think that's some kind of thing in it.
Yeah.
And also, the funny thing is like, how about when you make music? It's like now, then it makes the music. If we like, then at some point, what we don't anymore make it at all, or it's just a tool, or will it like you said also like Mark said also, will it replace us in that sense? Like
no. I think because the point is like the creative process. No, I remember that many years ago when we were like, well, I come from the music. I started with classical music because I studied like ballet first. Then it came with punk music. Then I went to metal music. I like a lot metal music. And then, you know, when I was growing, I think like when I was like, we were like 13, 12, 12 years old, it started with this techno that it was like process music without like real instruments, you know, like you can perceive a guitar or a violin or whatever stuff. So in that moment, we were thinking, "Well, this is not music. This is like cheating, no?" In that moment, I remember that I was like, "This is not making music. This is just like, you know." But no, it's not. Actually, it's making music because you are just also building. In the end, to make music is to make combinations of sound. If you think about so. That you do it with a machine or you use an instrument, it's in the end is the same. The point is like the 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 creation process is still there, made by the humans. Then what happened also is like you can put the AI, to the artificial intelligence, to make a song that creates the artificial intelligence create the song. But as long as you are there directing the orchestra, let's put it like this, like to tell, well, now I want in the beginning, you have created this, but now I want this to be like this and now to be like that. So then you continue in the creative process, but you are not using, you are, and you are really make it really fast, because before maybe you have to use a lot of time to figure out something, you know, and then you got it in really seconds to evolve to the next. So that depends how you look at this. If you think like to make music is like that you have to learn to play an instrument and all these things, then of course you are not making music in a conventional way, but you will be involved in the creative process even if you are using artificial intelligence. That is the thing. I think. No.
That's what I said. It's evolution.
Yeah.
It will always stay the same. It's changing how we do it.
Yeah, I just think that in that sense, like one thing is like, I think if you have, well, I don't know if it's different that you have robotics that create the car or whatever. Would it be different than when a human makes it? But this is like in that sense with the music and this, if it's like kind of autonomous, that it creates, you give ideas, let's say, and it makes the music. then it's still okay. It's created by what you say, but it's created by artificial intelligence, not a human being. So in that sense, I wonder if that line gets blurry at some point in there, you know. And then if the music is more and more like, I guess we gain things in it, in a sense that I guess we're gonna lose also, because the creative process changes. In a sense, it's like you are not gonna have an idea that you're gonna cultivate in your head and think how the violins play and who's gonna sing what, and then you're gonna put it to practice, or that it plays in your head first. That you just might be like, okay, I want a song that says metal and then like fruits and 2 dozens of kiwis, and I want classical music vibes in it. Okay, then in a couple of seconds, or minute, you have the song. So I think it's creating like difference how the creative process happens, and then in a sense, it's like if you I agree that the AI does not have soul, spirit, or whatever in that sense, you know, that there is certain essence is not there. That's
Yeah, but it's
debate. But I mean, like, how would it be? Like, let's say, like, okay, it's gonna be like this with the AI. So, does anyone create music, or is it curiosity if somebody actually learns how to play an instrument for real? And then, if you create a song, if it's at some point like it's been 100 years, and most of the songs are all the time made by the AI, so where is the human? Did we transfer the human thing for the AI, and then it can make, or how much different does it make? And do we hear it anymore at all at some point, or will it be like that it has less feeling or substance in some way, or it's just fine if it's what it is?
Well,
I don't know.
AI can never replace live music.
I think why not? Like we talk about the brain and that thing, which is my favorite philosophical.
Because we are humans. You know, I don't want to
Yes.
see it. I don't want to watch some robots play guitar. You know, it's like fuck off. You know.
Yeah, but let's put it this way, that like we talk about the brain in a vat, that if your brain in a jar and you get electronic signals in your brain that are exactly the same that would get that when there's a live band playing, that you get hormones, you get all the somebody's sweat smell or whatever, that you cannot tell the difference. That it gets so good that you will look at it and it looks exactly the same. So you cannot tell the difference. So there is, in that sense, is to say that you cannot replace human. I don't know if that's true.
Why would I do that? Because now, if I'm gonna see a live concert, I go, let's say, to a bar. I have fun. I make crazy things. I do stupid things. AI and stuff can never replace human stupidity, and stupidity is just is fun and it's stuff like that. And you cannot build that. I think that's the most difficult thing for AI to create, because you cannot do that, because yeah, humans can be so stupid. You know, everybody knows. You know, everybody done something at some point in his life where they think later, it wasn't really good. I did that. You know, it's like that. So no, I'm not scared for it. I think it's a good thing. I only think it shouldn't be used for power and for might and for war and stuff like that. Not on us humans, because we humans, human nature, we're all the same in the basic stuff. You know. So.
Yeah, but I am afraid that like technology is like is used for survey us, control also.
Hey,
And
technology has always been used against us, also.
yes,
You
yes,
know?
yes, yes.
It,
Like
and that
it's
happens already 6
the
million
other
years.
face. Yeah.
Oh. It's like the first one who made that stone tool. First cut, hey, I can cut really good wood with it. And then some other person came and, oh, I can also cut human with it. You know?
Obvious.
Yeah, and well, there has been claims, for example, when you talk about the algorithms and the computer business and the AI, is that our brains might not be kind of adapted to this, that it would reach a level that it's kind of like faster, and that we cannot that it would go different, like with an evolution. You can consider that this is the evolution, or then that it goes beyond, like that people are still like it was said that when we were hunter gatherers, the point was like this one explanation is why we would be eating like, you know, a lot of some kind of fat stuff, that at some point we haven't been farmers so long yet, in our evolutionary state and stuff. So that would mean that this is why we eat so much of some fat stuff, because normally it was not available. That you had found a tree that had nuts or bunch or like fruit or something that is maybe not something that you want to eat so much, that you need to eat it as much as you can because you cannot preserve it or whatever, and like this. So that it's like that we are creating something that our brains are not equipped to handle from the evolutionary point of view as well.
Our brains will evolve, develop. Our brains will grow bigger.
Yeah, but then
our bodies grow weaker. Our brains grow bigger. Our minds grow more advanced. We evolve.
There are studies already about it.
I really believe if we go now, like 10,000 years in future, or maybe 100,000 years in future from now, humans will not look the same as we do now. Maybe we have like the Greys, the aliens, the Greys, they have a big head. Maybe that is our humans in the future, because they have big brains.
Somebody was by the suggesting that these aliens would be more like robots, that they're not like normal living beings in some matter. That was
well,
fun.
if you are a robot and you look exactly the same as real, you have a life for eternity. You can never die. If you can transfer your being into a robot, you'll never die.
Well, they are kind of human nature and philosophical questions. Is there something lost in that, in all that business? But basically, I mean that I don't know how fast the computing power in the computers and stuff is like doubling. I think it's like ridiculous.
It's 4 times. With a new computer, it goes 4 times. No, what was it? You have to search for it, but
for the quantum. You mean
with the quantum computer? But normally the old computer calculates in 1 million years or 1,000 years or something. The quantum computer does in 1 hour or something. That's the difference.
Well, basically, that is Moore's law, which predicts that computing power roughly doubles every 2 years. But however, as approach physical and technical limits of traditional silicon-based semiconductors, the doubling rate has slowed down in some areas. New innovations like quantum computing, neuromorphic chip, and other advanced technologies may determine how computing advances, which is fascinating times ahead in that sense. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe in a sense also, maybe we are overestimating our own capabilities, that we can create the computers so good that they will be better than us in that sense and faster in certain manner. They, like you said, the stupidity also, maybe they cannot handle that.
No, you cannot create stupidity.
Well,
you can create perfection, but you cannot create stupidity. Not in that way we humans can do.
I don't know if it's truly, well, if it could be somehow truly random, I don't know. I guess it depends. Well, but let's see how it is. Maybe the AI will find that out when it becomes more like us, and it will do something really stupid, like, oh, by the way did this, and that means that you have 2 years in the planet and it's gonna die. So maybe it will like surprise us all in that sense, the whole business.
But guys, yeah, I just wanted to tell you that next time we will be online. That will be day 16 of March, with everything and nothing. So everything and nothing counts. So
yes,
please welcome to the next session that we have. And yeah, I think that because it's like 9 almost, so I think we should
3 hours.
we will have like I think that I have things here that I still didn't say, about like Spain, like in the current era, things. But yeah, I think that more or less the people gets like the idea of our countries, how they are doing in technology. And well, another thing that is like worrying for me in this nowadays is like cyber security, that we didn't go a lot about this, like how like we were just like naming it, like how people what they can do, no, with your data, if and now they can even like like take your voice, for example. Even we are here exposed, they can clone our voice and maybe like to tell to our familiars, give me money or something, so yeah, it's like crazy things, no, that you can do.
Yeah, that must
Yesterday
be a
I saw the image of Trump giving a kiss to
Yeah, I was about to say that.
to Zelensky. So
Yeah, it was
and
totally
it was
real
so
looking.
real, so real. So anything, imagine like they can put like you are cheating your with your to your wife or whatever, and putting someone else. Like nowadays they can make whatever thing up, you know.
Hmm.
And then arrive one moment like, how do you this thing? Is it okay or is it not?
Yeah.
But
I guess
it's
that
crazy.
could be like a separate thing. Talk about this whole digital ether in some manner, I guess, as well. I
Yeah.
could fill a couple of hours with it, with having to do some research. I think but yeah, I think maybe it's time to wrap these things up. So there was you
So
kind of summary of
we
everything there.
will be like really happy to hear about you if you have some concerns about the technology going on in your countries or whatever. What are you afraid? What do you like from technology? What
Hmm.
what were your apportations from your countries in technology? So then we all get a little bit more knowledge together and we start to form some kind of community here. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you can if you like beer, if you don't. I
yeah,
like
I
beer.
ask coffee,
I
beer, or
like
whatever
Beer, whatever.
name that you
You
want.
can subscribe, you can like, you can share
Subscribe
with your friends.
is enough
we
for
like
now.
Beer, don't take beer. We are
like
not forcing anything. We are not doing anything with that. So
Exactly.
hit the bell so you know we are on. We are on also on TikTok. Check us there. We are probably able to follow actually someone soon.
Yeah.
Other this was few weeks old. Now it's possible. So in this one maybe also that. So
And
yeah,
we are just normal civilians thinking by ourselves and not being the masters of anything. So we
yeah,
have
yeah.
the right also to
Yeah, and
to say something.
next time it's gonna be. It's like everything is about nothing and nothing is about everything. Everything and nothing part what 5? Oh dear, how it
Five, I
goes.
think. 5 or 6. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but you will see it if you just hit the bell and subscribe.
You will know. We will put it soon enough, and there might be even some kind of promotional things coming or something. Who knows?
Who knows?
At least check out what the mermaid said and all that. But hey, once upon a time, Una Espana in Nederlander, Suomi, we want to thank you for joining us today, right? So
Yes.
I think we're
thank
gonna
you.
done here. Kiitoksia. Moikka.
Have a
Hey,
good one.
Bye
Hey, pa.
bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yeah.